Welcome back to the Screensavers. I'm Leo Laporte. Coming up this half hour, we're going to do a little boot camp. Basic training for your personal confuser. And Morgan shows you some sneaky ways to cheat at popular Windows games. We got such great reaction when she showed you how to cheat at Minesweeper. We're going to show you some other cheats. I met this kid when I was on the road in Fair Lakes, right? Yep. Fair Lakes, Virginia?
Fair Lakes.
Yep. Rex is here. He's 14 years old. And you asked me some questions while we were signing autographs. And, you know, really quick time. But what did you ask me? I forgot what it was.
I was asking you, well, what I said, something like, if you're trying to control something, your custom hardware, what's the best programming language to use?
And what did I say?
That was the first question. And you said probably C++ or Java or one of those.
Right.
And I asked you, is there any way I could use Visual Basic? And you said, yes, if you use an add-on called the OCX.
So I said, and what you were thinking in your mind, which you didn't tell me, was you wanted to control a remote control car from your computer. You wanted to somehow hack the remote for this RC car so that you could steer it with the computer?
Yes.
Now, at the time, I made a promise. I said, if you do that, I'll put you on the TV show. And here you are, 8 months later, you did it! Pretty good. Tell me what was involved. What was the first step you took?
Well, first, you got to learn. I started from the parallel port. I knew I wanted to use that because a lot of people.
There's a lot of software out there for controlling things through parallel port.
Yeah, and I've heard.
You've had a book, right? What was the name of that book?
Parallel port.
Book. And that told you how to control stuff. But now this is interesting because you had to kind of hack. This is the remote unit for the remote control car. Yes. You had to figure out how to control that from the computer. So what did you took it apart and you hooked it up to this. This is something you breadboxed?
Yes, and inside of here are the basic switches, like transistors.
Right.
And
so you wired this yourself with a soldering iron and all that stuff?
Yep, soldering iron.
How did you know how to do that? That's pretty impressive.
Another book, Electronics, the Easy Way.
8th grader, folks. All right, so now you've got, this is good. So on one side, you've got the connection to the remote control. On the other side, you've got a printer port, a parallel port. You're going to hook that up to your laptop here, right? Mm-hmm. Now, you obviously had to write some software. Did you end up using Visual Basic?
Yes.
And you found an OCX that would work to control this? Now, does the OCX know anything about remote control cars?
Nope. It's just an OCX that's built for just controlling on and off switches.
Show us your software, because you've got it running on here.
All right. So I have the software running right now. It's CUV, Computer Controlled Unmanned Vehicle.
Not merely CCUV, it's Reginald's CCUV.
Oh, yeah.
That's you, right?
Yes.
Okay. You like Rex or Reginald better?
Rex is cool.
Okay. All right.
And down here I have my 1TV card on.
Oh, well, yeah, we should mention, before we drive the car, that you decided you'd add a little something to it. You've glued a camera to the top of this remote-controlled car. Now, this car's wireless. So how are you getting the camera signal back to the car?
Inside of the car, I implanted a transmitter. It transmits analog. Actually, it transmits MPEG over to the receiver, which I have.
Oh, it's underneath there. I put it down there for better reception. So that's a little Radio Shack wireless receiver, right?
Yes.
All right, let's put the car on the ground so we get a better shot. I'm going to put it down here so that you can see it. And the camera is going to point at Morgan and Kat. And now, you've got a shot of them. You can see where the car's pointed. Let's get a shot of the screen so you can see what he's doing here. And how do you stop mugging for the camera, Kat? So how do you know? How do you control the car? What's the story?
I go to this.
Oops, let's not make it. Yeah.
That's the Visual Basic program, and
the CCUV.
It uses the OCX I use to control the switches. And what it's doing is waiting for me to push any arrow keys.
All right, so let's push an arrow key. Let's go driving. There it goes. It's working. This is keyboard control. It's getting a little far away from the transceiver. I got to move the transceiver up here. We'll tune this here. All right. Yeah. Can you see better now? Is the picture a little bit better? Oh, it's getting worse there. All right. So your job, I'm going to give you an assignment. See if you can get to Kat. Whoa! Whoa! It's under the desk. Aim the antenna paddle, I know, but it's not. It's out of range of the antenna, but you get the idea. This is a very cool project. And you did this all just for fun? I mean, did you do this for school or anything?
Nope, just for fun. And since, you know, I might not have even started it until, you know, you invited me on Screensavers.
This was your incentive, was to get on TV. Yeah. Well, you've done it. And your mom flew out with you all the way from Fair Lakes, right?
Yeah.
That was nice. That was nice. Everybody came out just for this? Have you had fun in San Francisco? You've been going around town and everything?
Yeah, we went touring a little bit.
So now that you've done this, Rex, and you've proven that, A, you're a good programmer, you know how to do some pretty good electronic stuff, what's next?
Now, I call this CCUV, Computer Controlled Unmanned Vehicle, and now I'm going to upgrade it to CCUV2.
Uh-huh.
Now this is going to be a lot more advanced. It's going to have a cell phone inside of the car. And it's going to have, you know, basic stamps, right?
Yeah.
Computers.
Those are the robotic stamps that allow you to make robots.
I'm going to have one connected to that, and you dial up into it, and then you can control the car again.
From the phone.
And then you get, you know, you won't have any range problems because you have geographical range.
So you could, when you do that, I want you to, we'll send the car out here, control the phone from, we'll put you on a net cam from Fair Lakes. You control the car from there out here. How about that? Deal?
Great.
I'll make you another deal. You do that, you're back on the show. Rex, it's great to see you again. Thanks for showing us that challenge and do it. You want to read more about it, www.ccuv.mainpage.net. That's your website for CCUV. Can people download it, or are you ready to distribute the software yet?
I distributed a cut-down version of the software.
Yeah,
I don't want to
keep the good stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to give out the recipe yet.
If you want to know more about what Rex did, read his article. It's on our website, and about his new project at thescreensavers.com. I'll tell you, kids today, pretty amazing, huh? Stay where you are, folks. Coming up, Kat shows us a site we can all relate to as true geeks. But next, I'll show you how to find out who owns a domain name. When the boot camp comes, it's when the Screensavers continues.